Hello there. We're going to do a quick 110 run for the first gear dungeon with an unskilled, unawakened Valk. Bottom lane is fairly standard comp. AoE Mage, Eloin, 2 tanks, Artemis. Just gets, should get most of it just fairly easily covered. You're going to have to be able to tank a bit, so the tanks need to be decent. If you have a legendary Northerner Lord, you're basically scot-free. But then again, you're probably not watching this guide if you do. You want to place the Wood Elf and recall her immediately for that little bit of extra cost. Helps get the units out a little bit quicker. Probably should have actually placed Artemis before Isolde, but this should still work. We're going to place Vortex up there. Ult. Place the Wood Elf again. We're going to hold Eloin's ult for when Ajax is placed. Just because he's also an SA set, we want to be able to build that up quite quickly. Because we really need that damage. We're scrounging for every little piece we can get. We're going to wait a little bit on the Crimson Moon there to pop Vortex's ult, and then Valk's ult. Place Dolores for the Invig, recall immediately. Place the Wood Elf, recall immediately. Place Ajax, and then do the Arbiter passive. We can start ulting now, since Ajax is placed. Probably ulted a little bit early on the Artemis, but it should be fine. And one of the advantages of this is that if it lines up correctly, right, you're going to kill those, almost kill or kill those top units. And at the same time, Valk is still hitting while out of ult to build up her rage. So the next wave here is going to be a little bit easier. The ones that cause a bit of an issue are the last two. They're ridiculously tight timing-wise. Here, we're fine. Vortex, Valk. Wait until Valk is fully up there. Pop the Arbiter. Passive again. I pop it just before 3 stacks. You're going to want to wait for 3 stacks just because you just get more duration. So we're going to go from 155 to 86,000 hits, or 110 hits. It's less. Should still work, but it's still less. And again, right, we're left with these two who can build up Valk's Rage. And normally we can rinse and repeat that. I think it does get a bit quicker towards the end, so I don't know how long this can actually be kept up. And there is a little bit of RNG involved here. So wait a little bit more. As usual, we are stuck by Rage Regen. Once more, Vortex. Wait until the shield is there. Valk. Pop the Arbiter passive. Skill, whatever you want to call it. And here we kill these two. And I don't think there's a good way to really prevent that. So sadly, those two will die before Valk is done with her ult. Meaning she's not regenerating rage. Meaning it might get a little bit complicated for the last wave. That's okay. That's why we have Ajax. Here at the bottom it gets a bit messy also on the last wave. As these archers are coming down. Everything's basically full. So we pop the ults. We hope his ult doesn't die. Because if she does, that would be incredibly awkward. And I have to start this over again. Top, we're still stuck. Because we do not have... Okay. We're going to need to wait for a heal or two. Now we can do Vortex. Then we can do Valk. We can pop the Arbiter passive, because she's going to be recalled very soon anyways. This is the point where you're going to want to recall Vortex. Place Praetus down there just in case. Pop the Ajax ult. And we didn't even need Praetus. Down here, I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not really sure what happened, but we can just fast forward this. We're fine survival-wise here. It's really no issues. And all that's left to do is this, really. But there we go. That's it. We'll go over the gear real quick. But it's really nothing special. It's just a bunch of good SA/IR endgame gear. Artifacts are mostly maxed. You are going to need endgame gear to do this. But then again, it's a gear dungeon. 10. That was the whole point of them. Alright, Praetus is in some pretty bad gear because we don't really care about Praetus. Valk has some good IR with a realm tier. Ajax, some good SA with a tier of Twilight. Khamet is in some good SA with a also tier of Twilight, this time maxed. Elowin has some generic random and Vig euphoric orb, or whatever good that does her. The tanks are in some good Guardian or Tempered Will. They're up here somewhere. There we go. Tempered Will. Some overall pretty good stats. Both of them have maxed Bastion rings. Vortex is in some pretty crummy morale, just for the damage boost. You really just care about the HP and the speed here. Artemis is in a DPS-focused SA set. Doesn't really need the healing or any focus. And Dolores is just in Summon Vig. And there we go. That's it. That's 110 with a unskilled besides Dust, Unawakened Valk.